Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Jersey to Vegas podcast, episode number 47. In today's video, or today's podcast, or both, actually, we're going to talk about Mental Health Awareness Month. That is May, right? The green heart, if you guys haven't seen it on Instagram. If you are not unaware, we'll talk about that a little bit just to enlighten you and educate you in what's happening this month, as well as myself, really trying to find out a little bit more about what it means. Because I feel like, before I get into it, let me just tell you what the fuck we're going to talk about. We're also going to talk about passions, goals, looking for work, and why I'm not really doing well at it, because I think I found out. So hang on tight. We'll talk about those things. Let's get that intro going, and then we'll get right into the podcast. See you guys soon. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back out for episode number 47. We're almost at a year. It's pretty crazy, and it's moving pretty quickly. Mental Health Awareness Month. That's May. How are you guys doing? That's always a good question. Let me look at Mental Health Awareness Month. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I follow a user or a person named Fight Through Mental Health. It's on Instagram. They have some good posts here and there, and a lot of stuff that I really enjoy. It's obviously not their content only, but other people's stuff like that. But the little things, like I posted up probably a couple days ago. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. We are sending love to those who suffer from mental health issues, deal with suicidal thoughts, feel misunderstood by society, feel alone in their suffering, are scared to speak up, and are in therapy. Now, they're sending love to those, and it hit me. It hit me because, like, most of the time, and I don't want to say stigma, right? But it's true. There's a stigma behind mental health or being depressed or being anxious, and you're looked down upon, right? You're looked down like you're not good enough, or you're not the man. You're not a man, especially, right? You're not a man. I definitely hear that a lot. And I'm not going to lie, when I was younger, I said the same shit. It's like you could fight through anything. You could do it. And I had it. What's crazy, like I would say shit like that, but I had it. And I knew I had it. But, that's just me trying to be better than what I thought I was or what I actually am. And it's a kind of a weird, but relevating? Well, can anyone give me that word? Revolutionary? Nope, definitely not it. Definitely not. And I use the word contrary to belief. I said that to Nat, and she was like, that's not how you use it. I don't even know how I said it. I was like, contrary to belief. She goes, you stop now, because you shouldn't ever use that word. You're not a real narrator. Please don't ever use that sequence of words ever again. It's funny. 5 tips to help. There's another post. 5 tips to help panic attacks. Squeeze some ice. Now, there's some videos that I can do without on like Instagram, and that's like when the people don't talk, but the subtitles talk for them. Listen, you communicate any way you want. That's perfectly fine. Me, I'm not gonna like 5 ways you can take out the trash. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. So if you're on the audio, I'm obviously just pretending like there's words in front of me. I can't do it. It just makes me nuts. It makes me crazy because they're not good actors, and you could tell. It's like, look, here's an idea that I got right here. Look at this. Look near my ear. Near my ear, there's a quote. It says, "Get some ice." Wait. Oh, there's one. Look, I'm pointing down near my boobs with my shirt almost off. Look at my boobs. Look at my cleavage first. And it says, get some help. Well, are you going to get some help now? Or are you just going to keep staring at my boobs? Oh, wait, another thought. Let me look this way. Oh, wait, that one says, go for a walk. Oh, okay, I will. I promise. I'm going to go for a walk now because you're pointing at it. Since you're pointing at it, I'm going to go for a walk. Okay. Whew. Anyway, I'm going to stop. I know it's trendy. You have to do it. If you're in marketing and you're doing all this stuff, you got to do it. you've got to put the song that says, you gotta play the song says, if you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me. And then they're doing push-ups or some shit. If you're gonna stop me, you're gonna have to kill me. And then they sprint away into the sunset. Calm down, motherfuckers. Calm down. All right, so that was nothing. Maybe that's me being mentally ill, just talking. So for Mental Health Awareness Month, I ranted, and that's it. I wonder when mental health awareness started. I'm not here. I don't have like a friend that's I haven't had a guest on the podcast in a while because, on the weekends we do shit. That's the only time I could do it. So I'll look at here, Mental Health Awareness Month. May 1st to May 31st, 2022. Bing. Sounds like Starfall. Each year, millions of Americans face the reality of living with mental illness. May joins National... That's okay. What month represents... Okay, here we go. Since 1949, Mental Health America and our affiliates across the country have observed May as Mental Health Month by reaching out to millions of people through media, local events, and screenings. Now, that's pretty fucking cool, right? Since 1949. I didn't learn about this shit since last year. I didn't know. I thought they just made it. 1949. It's been Mental Health Awareness Month. That's how long it's been around. Yet, I never heard of it, right? So, thank you, Instagram. Pretty much. Thank you, people that repost stories. Thank you for people that do videos with pop-ups. Why is mental health? All right, here. Why is May Mental Health Month? Mental Health Awareness Month, or Mental Health Month, is recognized by the United States each May and has been observed every year since 1949. The purpose of Mental Health Month is to help eliminate the stigma associated with mental illness by raising awareness of mental health conditions and those who have them. So I feel like this is the time where you should feel safe. I'm going to wipe my nose. I feel like this is the month that people that do have some form of mental health illness or issues, or even if you fucking know someone, like this is a time that you should educate yourself more on it, or maybe take more action into getting better, like going to therapy more often, applying the skills that you do see, that you read. I feel like a lot of people with mental health issues, they read a lot, and they read a lot of these accounts, right? And they read a lot of things to help themselves, but they don't take the action in doing so. Instead, they're willful, and they kind of just sit inside their darkness. And it's sad, right? It's sad to say, but it's also hard, I'm sure, to take a step forward, to move into a direction that may be scary, to move into something that may be unknown, because you've been this your whole life, right? You've been this your whole portion of your life, not your whole life, but the portion of your life. And the feeling is contagious, and the feeling is addicting. And how else are you supposed to feel? So sometimes taking the step in the other direction to heal, to feel better is definitely scary. But I think you should take this month of May, to maybe take this step forward. Talk to someone, call a therapist. Even just making the call is a huge step. Doesn't mean you don't even have to go, right? You don't even have to go, but you made a step in reaching out. You made a step by searching someone, and then tell someone that you're doing it. Because that accountability, and a really good friend that's going to be like, hey, did you call yet? Did you go? I know you made the call. And sometimes we need that person. Sometimes you need that crutch to help you out in your time. So I think May is a time that you stand. You stand up for yourself, stand for yourself, and stand up for who you want to be and who do you want to feel like. And it's crazy that like it already is here. Because I remember reading these posts and celebrating this month last year, and it's already here, which means we moved to Vegas. This is pretty much last week was a year ago, the week that we came to visit Vegas to solidify to see if we're actually going to move here. This is where we came and saw the apartments. We didn't tell anybody. We fucking just disappeared for a weekend and came here and looked at houses, looked at apartments, looked at area to see if we actually want to move here. And this is pretty much the day. So this is the Monday. This is the day that I went. I was by myself. Nat went to work because she was already working here, just to see if she liked it. And I was just like, moving around, doing stuff and making a decision of this is where we're going to be and this is where I'm going to stay. I was pretty much laying down in the Venetian Hotel at the pool right now. It was fucking freezing. It was cold because it was so windy. And weirdly enough, it's super windy out today. Wow, it's super windy outside. And it was really windy and cold when I was sitting at the pool. So I thought like it was, I laid down with my towel, pretty much trying to sit by the poolside. It really wasn't working out. Me and a bunch of French people, I believe. I believe they were French. Sounded French. I'm not gonna guarantee they were. They could have been something else. They might have been Canadian, French Canadian. They could have been. So they went and said. So my brain is somewhere else today, and that's okay. What am I going to do? What am I going to do for this month? Well, first off, I made this podcast, right? Second off, I went to therapy because I know I needed to. I'm kind of losing it a little bit, and it's been a while. Like, they weaned me off therapy. I haven't been in therapy in I think 4 weeks, 3-4 weeks. And because I'm doing better, and I took a bad hit, and it just didn't feel right. And I'll tell you the story. Right, here's the story of how it happened. This happened, when did it happen? I want to say Wednesday or Thursday. No, Friday. Friday was awesome. Right, so I took Phoenix out of school. Well, I didn't bring him in. Nat hates when I do that. I didn't bring him in because I wanted to have a super duper fun day. I call it super duper fun day, where we fucking do everything. From here we have breakfast, and then we go to the park, and then I take them to their favorite place, Dave & Buster's. We'll go a little early, while it's still closed, so we could walk around. They have like an outdoor mall and shit like that. And then we went to Wetzel Pretzels after Dave & Buster's, and then after Dave & Buster's, we went back to the park. And then, we went to another park after that. And then came back home, we played, we did stuff, like painted, and then went to go pick up Nat. And after we picked up Nat, we went to another park. Right, really trying to stretch this whole day out. And then at the park, this dude came up to me. Super nice, right? I have nothing bad to say about this guy. Super nice. And you can tell he wasn't from here, but he moved here about 2 years ago. But the guy at the park that's just very friendly. Once you make eye contact, it's over. The guy or the girl, right? It's like once you make eye contact, they're going to tell you everything and anything that they can tell about you or them. Right. Well, that was him. So he told us, but then, of course, what happens when it gets quiet is that now they're going to ask the questions, and the question to me, where'd you guys come from? What do you do? What are you up to? It's been only 5 minutes, man. It's 5 minutes, and everything. I know everything about you in 5 minutes. But he asked me the question, and that was very nice. I'm as socially polite as I can be. I don't talk much, and I am more of a listener at that point. But then he asked me the question, so what do you do? And I want to punch him in his mouth. That question has always bothered me. That's like talking about the fucking weather all the time. What's it? Is it raining outside? It's crazy, right? Yeah. That's all. Oh my God. Can you believe it? Yeah, it's raining. I know. My feet are wet. Can you believe it? You know what I need to put on? A jacket. Yeah, today. Because it's raining. Yeah, it's none of those people. But it's normal. That's normal. Like, I don't want to, it's just me. It's got to be me because that's normal conversation. That's normal filler. I just don't do well with small talk. Right? I don't do well with, what do you do? If this was New Jersey, I walk away. I usually just leave. Right? When someone asks me that question, like a bar or like I'm at a wedding, yes, but at the fucking weird table at the wedding. You know, at the weird table at the wedding when they just don't know where to put you because you're the only person from that time that they liked. You're the only person from that time of era that you still talk to. So now you need to find out where everyone else was from, like at what period of time, because you're all at the same table because they didn't know where to put you. You're not with the best friends. You're not with the bridesmaids. You're not with the workers. Right? You're with the people that they kind of still like enough to invite you to their wedding, and now you're at this table. And there's always that question. So what do you do? Do you know what I do? I leave. I get the fuck out of there. Sometimes I even leave the wedding. That's how adamant I am about not being able to answer that question. But I had to go to therapy to figure out why this bothers me so much. You know, I kind of have an inclining thought of why it bothers me, but that question has always bothered me. And I always say, like, that's not who, because what you do does not define who you are. But why can't I believe that? You know, why can't I believe that? Because everyone can say, like, oh, you're a great guy. You care so much. You work so hard. You love your kids. You love your family. You do everything so good. You're a hard worker. You're a genuinely great person. But it doesn't sink in. Self-worth, self-esteem, self-belief, no idea. All three, you got to work on it. We got to work on all three because I'm no longer Crank Pete. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm no longer Pete from Crank. But I'm greater than that. You know, and I had the script, and I felt better. I mean, the whole day after that was terrible. When he asked me that question, Nat even said, Nat goes, you became so standoffish once he asked you that question, and then you were a dick the rest of the day. The whole rest of the day was ruined. Because then I went back to here, and I was like, oh, now I got to cook again. When I want to, like, go out and do, nope, fucking go back to what you normally do so you feel better. And it crashed. So she said, like, what is it? What is it? What do you do? Then we practice. We had to practice, right? We had this role play. And she goes, so what do you do? And I was like, I take care of my kids all day long. But notice the way I said it, right? And that's not how I feel. I guess maybe that is how I feel. Because obviously I love my kids, right? I'll do anything for them. I'll take them out of school to have a fucking good day, you know? But I said, I take care of my kids. And she goes, well, that's where it is. It's like, you don't take care of your kids. You get to take care of your kids. And I just fucking talked about this, right? The last episode or 2 episodes ago. Should. Have to. I get to take care of my kids. But now I have to take the stigma out of it. I get to be home with them and raise my kids with no stigma because I'm judging myself. Or I believe they are judging me. And that's it. My paranoia is off the roof here, by the way. Off the roof. So I think everyone talks shit about me. And probably not. Why would they even fucking worry about you, right? In my head, a little different. But me being home, take care of my kids, represents me as lazy. Because that's something I should do anyway. No. I fucking get to. I get to. And she goes, do you know how many people are envious of what you do? And that moment is where it struck me that I am lucky. I'm really fucking lucky to do what it is I'm doing. Someone might be passed out outside or something. There's a lot of cops going on today. I get to. I'll be right back. It's weird, right? It's weird. I know. Whatever's happening with the cops and shit, it's right there. So, fuck it. Don't ask me. But I couldn't wait much longer to start this podcast again. So if you hear gunshots or a car crashing through my window, well then that's what happened. Awesome video footage, if that does, though. It's just weird. It's such a little thing that I never recognized by just how you say things. Right? That's it. It's how do I say it? And imagine all the things that you do every day that you may say a little differently, that may affect the way you feel. Right? And they always say no, they don't say that. I was going to say your actions are louder than your words. That's completely wrong. Whatever I was going to say is completely wrong, by the way. But the way you say things have meaning, right? There's force behind it. And when I said, I take care of my kids all day, sounds different, right? Sounds low energy, like it's a task that you don't want to do, that it's draining. Yeah, I take care of my kids all day. Or, I get to take care of my kids all day. I get to be with them all day long. It's cool. And that's how I've been practicing saying it. Because of it's like things like that, I need a script. Otherwise, I'm going to go how my body or brain feels at the moment. So if I don't have a consistent way of saying it, like I get to take care of my kids. I hang out with these guys all day long. Get ready for school, put them here, put them there. It's cool. They're like, whoa, man. Like my internal dialogue would be like, oh, and then them judging. Like I don't know if I make things up or I see things differently, but after I said it, he got quiet, and immediately I was like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. Like, cause he was like, I felt that he was judging me for what I'm doing, and she was like, maybe he just had nothing to say, and he's envious of what you're doing. Because maybe he has to go to a job that he hates. Maybe he doesn't get to see his kids as much as he wants to. But I have to be comfortable with accepting the fact that this is where I am in the place that I'm at by choice. By choice. So that's it. That's how I say it now, and it feels a lot lighter. I'm not saying the work is easier, I always tell myself, like, if I clocked in and clocked out, I'd be working a long time. I would be making a lot of money, even if it was $10 an hour, even if it was minimum wage. I don't even know what minimum wage is. I think the last time I checked, minimum wage was $5.50, so that may be like 1992. That's the last time. I don't know. I don't even know what that means. So I've never really had a job with minimum wage because I never really had a legal job. I don't think so. I just delivered pizza where I got paid $5 an hour plus tips. Pretty good though, right? Or $3. I forget. Anyway, I think it was $5 an hour. And then, where did I go? Where'd you go, Pete? You went to Bel Pace. I went gone. My brain went poo-poo. My brain went poo-poo. Poo-poo face. It's gone. Serious moment to stupidity. That's how. That's the name of this podcast. Serious to stupid. That's actually not a bad one. So if you're thinking of doing a podcast, there you go. Serious to stupid, and it's just how I say it now, and I have a lot to work on. I have a lot to work on in me accepting this role still of what it is I do here. Who am I? What am I? And that's the next thing was like, I wrote it down here. How do you go? This is the hardest part for me, guys. This is why I don't know what to do. How do you go from having everything you've ever dreamed of, ever dreamed of, to it gone? How do you go from writing things down on paper and drawing them out, and then them coming true, and being in front of your face and living your dream for years with hiccups and problems and good times and rough times, but that was part of the dream. Now, how do I search for one? It's just a weird transition. Because I went from having everything I ever fucking wanted. Family, wife, fucking awesome wife, awesome fucking wife. Kids, dogs, house, loving family, supportive family. Best fucking job I've ever had in my life. Best people I've ever met in my entire fucking life. Helping them every day. Making their day better. And they make my day better. And I know people are saying, oh, you don't have zero. You think about all the things you have. You don't understand. Zero. Why is it zero? Because I myself am not happy. I have zero because I'm not happy. I have lots because I have love. I have my kids. I have my wife. I have my distant friends and family. I have some cool people at the jiu-jitsu gym too. I don't talk to them enough. A hard, I almost said purgatory. I don't even know. I honestly don't even know what purgatory really is, except for what you like hear on cartoons. That's it. Just some stairs with a gate and then some dog with a halo going, you don't belong here, Tom. Get out of here, Jerry. That's it. What is it exactly that I wrote? I write this shit when I can't feel it. How do you go from having everything you ever dreamed of to not having anything you ever dreamed of? Nothing. It's hard. And I wrote it again. I have trouble finding work because I'm not passionate about anything really anymore. I don't give a fuck about stuff. Except for my family. I probably talked about this in many episodes before that the only job and the only thing that I'm really passionate about is my kids and my family. And maybe that's why this is the place that I'm at. But I still look for work. First off, because I think Nat judges me. I told her that. It's okay. It's not a secret. I feel like she judges me. But that's just me making up fucking scenarios. I reached my goals and had them in my hands. And now, ... I have what I love, and that's very important. But what's my goal now? What is my passion? The only goal I have right now is to raise 2 kids. 2 loving, sometimes little asshole of a people kids. To make sure my wife has dinner and a clean house. And she doesn't have to do much when she gets home, because I know she works hard. That's the only thing I have. But the thing is that it doesn't count as work. Right? There's no paycheck. There's no performance reviews. Not that I ever had performance reviews. Not that I ever enjoyed a performance review anyway. Not that anyone cared. There's no direct deposit for the things you do. But I'm developing human beings. Which is super important, right? It's got to be important. Because they're important. important to me. I was just trying to figure it out, man. Like, I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm at that, I don't know, cusp of like, this is fucking some tough shit. You know, it's tougher than I ever imagined it to be. A lot of you guys out there wish that you were me, right? You wish that you were at home taking care of your kids. But why is it to me that that's not enough? Is it because I'm not good enough? Am I ever good enough for myself? See, these are underlying issues that I know are stirred down from your past, from your childhood. Because we all know we're Filipino. Asians, we know. You're Asian. You gotta fucking do a lot of shit to impress yourself. Right? Because there's a high standard. I don't care. I'm sure there's high standards in whatever other race you are. Right? But if you're Asian and your parents are immigrants, there's a lot of pressure to be fucking exceptional. But that's the culture. That's the way they were raised. That's the way they expected more from them. So you always expect more from you. But for me, I expect a lot from myself. And it's never good enough. And that's something I have to work on. That's something I have to accept. That maybe you're just not going to be good enough in some things. Maybe you're just not going to win all the time, and that's okay. And that's okay. Maybe it's okay to make mistakes. Maybe you don't have to make breakfast and the kids' lunch in a certain amount of time by the time that you always do it. It's that meticulous. When I make Phoenix's lunch, it's that meticulous that I have to have everything done by that time so they can brush their teeth. Like today I was talking myself out of, you don't have to wash the fork when you're done. Just put it in the sink. You don't have to finish washing the knife before you go back to here. Just leave it there and then go back to it later. Like there's little things like that I have to talk myself out of. But it's got to be done within the time. You know, because then you got to brush your teeth. You got to put their fucking shoes on if they didn't do it. You got to make sure little bitch Sage didn't mess it up and just peed on herself. But it's that external pressure that we put on ourselves. Like it's because you're just ingrained to be better. Right? They always wanted more from you. They always wanted better from you. If you got an A-, that's not good enough. You needed an A. And for me, I would get C's and B's. So fucking honor roll was cool. In like grammar school, in the middle school, it just kind of went down the drain there. I wasn't a bad student, trust me. I was still in what they would call academic, but it was never like what they wanted was a straight A, you know, high honors. I don't think I've ever seen high honor roll ever in my life. That'd been cool. That'd been awesome. Not really. I don't think so. I don't know. Really. But you're definitely expected to do more. And it's just something that I went down the line, you know, and I'm still working on here. Why can't I just be? Why can't we just be enough? It takes a lot of work to try not to be everything. It's hard enough just to be in my skin. It's hard enough just to be me. I used to fucking be me. I used to be me. But was that me? Or is this me? It's so many fucking questions. We could talk about this. We should all just smoke pot and then figure it out. We should all just do mushrooms and figure it out, right? That's most likely where the answer is going to come from. But it's really hard it's really difficult, I'm finding, for me to not be who I used to be. Or not be, but to accept the fact that that situation is not there anymore. And this is what I have in front of me. And how am I going to make the best of this? How am I going to find me in this mix? That I don't know. And that we will find out. So, guys, thank you so much for coming out today. I appreciate it. I was going to recap and shout out. Let me... Patreon, thank you. Fucking thank you, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for, supporting the channel. Thank you for keeping it alive. Honestly, if it wasn't for the minimal amount of Patreons that I have, I would not be able to do this. I would not be able to make this podcast. I would not be able to make videos. I would not be able to make any content you guys listen to because it supports me loading, uploading, and paying for the things that I have to do to keep this open. And if I didn't, I don't have work, right? This is my fucking job. So if I don't have your guys' support, I'm most likely not going to have this anymore. So I want to thank you guys so much for just being there and donating and supporting the channel because it really, really does help keep this alive. If you don't think so, I feel like I have to do more for you guys. I don't know what it is, but I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Guys, thank you all so much for coming out again. Next week is episode 48. We're going to talk more shit. So thank you guys again, and have a great day, and we'll see you guys later.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. To catch all the latest from Pete, you can follow him on Instagram at Pete Isip. Thanks again, and see you next week.